For starters, I know what I said. I'm quitting YouTube, but I had to make this video. I'm sorry. I had to make this video, okay? I had to. There was no other way. In the words of Doctor Strange, there was no other way. Alright. So, recently, a YouTuber called theyoboygamer, or rather known as theyoboygamer, made a video talking about Marvel Studios and how it has kind of been dying out lately. Now, I sort of kind of agree with this. I mean, they haven't really released any new Marvel movies recently, and that's mainly because they had to delay a lot of them because of COVID and they didn't want to lose money. But they have been releasing the Disney Plus series with, different hour-long episodes. I think those are good. The only one that I don't like is Falcon and Winter Soldier. That one, I didn't like that one that much, to be honest with you. I thought WandaVision was good. I thought Loki was really good. Falcon and Winter Soldier, that one was okay. I didn't enjoy it as much as the other two. It was alright, in my opinion. But something that he did point out, the Old Boy Gamer, if you are watching this, then something you did point out was the kind of racial thing in Falcon and Winter Soldier, where like they're trying to point out that they won't let Captain America be a black person, which, I mean, like, yes, we get it, racism and all that's happening in our world, and it's not okay. It's not a good thing because there's riots and there's people dying because of all of this and stuff. I don't know if that's true, but like, just because it's happening in our world doesn't mean you need to represent it in a show you're making. Like, I think they really ruined Sam Wilson as a character. The Falcon, I feel like they really ruined him as a character by trying to shove in our faces the whole, oh, they won't let him be Captain America because he's black thing. Like, okay, like, you just ruined a character because of racism. Because this one dude a long time ago couldn't be Captain America and they wouldn't recognize him for something he did, all because of that, Sam Wilson got ruined. Now, it is, like, we do have to understand, like, what is happening with racism and stuff. Like, we need to stop doing this kind of stuff. I'm not trying to be racist towards black people, but still, we don't need to know that this is happening in the Marvel Universe. Like, just because they won't let Captain America be black doesn't mean it's not going to happen. Like, look what happened. Sam Wilson still ended up being Captain America. Nothing stopped him. It's like when people announce on their shows, like, oh, this character is gay, or oh, this character is LGBT. Like, so what? It doesn't matter. It's not going to change the outcome of the story, is it? Like, they announced that Loki is gender fluid. Like, how does that change the story? It doesn't. So I don't know why this needs to be thrown out there. Like, why did the whole racism thing about Captain America not being allowed to be black need to be shoved in our faces? Sam Wilson still ended up being Captain America. The outcome of the show was not affected at all. Maybe a little bit by this. Okay? It really wasn't. Right? This is my opinion. But we're not here to talk about that, even though I did just spend like 3 minutes talking about that. Doesn't matter. Also, before the video continues, go subscribe to the Old Boy Gamer channel, link in description. Alright. So, another thing that the Old Boy Gamer has mentioned in his video is that the downfall of Marvel started in 2018 when they released Black Panther. I don't really think this is true. This is my opinion, alright? You're allowed to have your own opinion, but this is my opinion. And if you don't want to listen to my opinion, then you can stop watching right here. Or you probably stopped watching a long time ago. Doesn't matter. If you don't want to hear my opinion on it, you can leave. So, for those of you that don't want to hear it, I hope you're gone by now. I will continue with the video. So I don't think this is true because he was talking about how like 80% of that movie is black people from Wakanda, which duh, obviously, I mean it's an African country. They're gonna be black. What do you expect? They're Wakandans. Come on, like that's how it's always gonna be. But like once again, how does this affect the story? It doesn't matter. But I don't agree with that being the downfall of where the MCU started to like have its downfall. I don't know what I just said, but I said it anyway. Um, I don't agree that 2018 was the downfall of the MCU. I really don't agree with that. But if that's your opinion, cool. Once again, Benny, the Yo Boy Gamer, I am not trying to force you to have my opinion. I understand that you have your own opinion. I am just stating my opinion on the current state of Marvel and kind of just responding to you, but I'm not trying to force you into understanding my opinion and having to take my side about this. It's perfectly fine if you have your own opinion on it. I'm just stating my opinion and like just my I guess perspective of how this is all happening. So I think the real downfall of the MCU was probably after they released Endgame, because the main story is over. Like the Infinity Saga came to an end. They defeated Thanos, and the main villain is gone. Tony Stark got killed off. Captain America, the original one, Steve Rogers, can't do anything because he's old. So he gave up his spot to another person, to Sam Wilson. And Black Widow is dead. The OG Avengers, the only remaining OG Avengers are Thor, Professor Hulk, and Hawkeye. Now, I'm not sure what they're going to do. I know Professor Hulk is supposed to show up in the She-Hulk Disney Plus series, and I don't know how long. Hawkeye's going to have his own series, and Thor is going to have his own movie, obviously. Thor 4. They're all separated right now. Clint went home. Who knows where Banner is? And Thor is with the Guardians of the Galaxy. So Thor is going to be in Guardians 3 and the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, and he's going to have his own movie. So, like, the main storyline of the past 11 years is over. Like, it started 2008 and it ended in 2019. The main storyline is gone. And Iron Man died and stuff happened. So that's why a lot of people have stopped watching Marvel movies and stuff. Because it's over. Even Spider-Man Far From Home, I feel like Spider-Man Far From Home, don't get me wrong, was actually a really good movie. I actually enjoyed Spider-Man Far From Home, but it's because people, some people don't like the fact that Iron Man's gone. I feel like Far From Home did really good as a movie. It got a lot of money in and stuff like that, but the main storyline is over. And then after 2019, they were supposed to release all these movies and stuff, like Doctor Strange 2 would have came out like 2 or 3 months ago if they didn't delay it. So the main reason that Marvel isn't doing as well as it used to do is because they had to delay all the movies and stuff, and the main storyline of Marvel is over. Like, they completed the Infinity Saga, there's nothing else for them to do. I mean, there is still storyline for them to show, but like, they can't do anything else with Thanos and the OG Avengers. They can't do anything because that ship has sailed, and it sailed a long time ago. Trust me, it's been 2 years since Endgame, okay? 2 years. Kind of hard to believe it's been over 2 years since Endgame, 3 years since Infinity War. Wow. It's crazy. Anyway, on to the next point that the Yo Boy Gamer made in his video. Was that he was talking about Captain Marvel, that Captain Marvel wasn't that good of a movie. I thought it was okay. It's definitely not like the best Marvel movie. I don't even say that it takes my top 5 Marvel movies. I'm just saying it probably takes my top 10 Marvel movies. Because it was, in my opinion, it was a good movie. Now, for the 14th time, you can have your own opinion. I'm just stating mine. If you don't want to listen to mine, you can leave right now. It's fine, okay? Door is right there. Literally, my door is right over there. But Uh, Captain Marvel, in my opinion, was a good movie, but in his opinion, in the Old Boy Gamer's opinion, it wasn't, which is okay. And he was talking about how it was kind of like feminist and stuff. I mean, it's supposed to be a movie based off a female hero. Like, what did you expect for it not to be some sort of feminist thing? Like, obviously they're gonna like mention that it's a girl movie, it's a girl superhero movie. Like, it's gonna, there's gonna be feminism in there somewhere. What do you expect, man? Like, even in Wonder Woman, he talked about Wonder Woman in his video, saying that he thinks Wonder Woman was a better movie than Captain Marvel. Now, I don't agree with that, but even in Wonder Woman, you know, all the women in Wonder Woman from, I forgot what the island's called. Oh my God, what's it called? Doesn't matter. I forgot I forgot what their home is called. But um, all of them there do not like men whatsoever. So they are like feminists to the max, dude. They do not like men whatsoever, right? Because, you know, when what's his name showed up, I forgot his name. I haven't watched Wonder Woman in a while, okay? Don't get mad at me. I don't like DC that much. I haven't watched Wonder Woman in a long time. But when the guy showed up, when his plane crashed on that island, they didn't like him, like, at all. They didn't like his presence, so they're feminists to the max. Now, Captain Marvel's working with Nick Fury, who is a male, alright? So, therefore, I feel like Wonder Woman is probably a more feminist movie than Captain Marvel is, alright? Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with feminists, like, feminists who are, like, committed to, like, your main goal of making women stand out. I'm perfectly fine with you guys. But those feminists out there that will literally do anything just so that they can prove that women are better than men, you guys are horrible. You guys just want to destroy everything until women run society. That's why you see all those feminist memes about when they change the king in words. Feminists when they realize they're speaking instead of speak queen. Anyway, not the point. I just feel like Wonder Woman was more feminist than Captain Marvel was. I mean, that's my opinion. You can have your own for the 17th time. Please, YouTube, don't ban this video. But still, let's see. Oh, he also mentioned the what's it called? The last, like, in the final battle of Endgame, where all of the female superheroes show up in the same spot, and they're trying to help Captain Marvel. Like, yeah, I agree with you on that. That seemed pretty dumb. It was pretty pointless, because Captain Marvel is just basically the most overpowered character in the entire Marvel universe. Besides maybe He Who Remains, because he controls the entire timeline. Maybe he's more powerful, but Captain Marvel is literally like one of the most powerful beings in the universe. And a girl with a sword, a girl with literally no weapons and 2 antennae, a girl with an electric wand, and who is basically basically a robot, and a girl with, let's see, who else was there? A girl with a spear, and a girl with 2 weird-looking guns on her fists are gonna help a literal god. Like, what? That is like asking. Let's see. What roast can I think of? That's like asking. Let's see. Anyway, But still, like, asking help from Nebula, Mantis, Gamora, Shuri, and Okoye, like, they're not that powerful, alright? All they got is weapons, and Mantis doesn't even have weapons. She literally, all she can do is just put all of them to sleep. I don't know how she didn't die. But, still, let's see. Valkyrie is pretty overpowered, never mind. That's like asking, I still haven't thought of something to compare it to. Let's see. That's like asking, okay. Sorry, I'm trying to think of something. That's like, it's like asking, it's like asking Ant-Man. Okay, think of Ant-Man. That's like asking Ant-Man to help Wolverine. Wolverine, someone who basically cannot die. He's pretty much invincible, getting the help of a tiny ant dude. I mean, Ant-Man's a cool character, don't get me wrong, but still, that's like asking help from Ant-Man, of all characters, to help Wolverine. It's not gonna work, okay? It's not gonna work. Let's see, any other points that you made in this video? This video is about to be almost as long as this. Oh, he mentioned how, it's hard, he mentioned how he thinks it's kind of hard to write female characters and then put them in movies and stuff. And he was talking about how, like, there's all these other female characters in the past that have done really good, like Black Widow, and Sarah Connor. Those are like the only two I remember. He mentioned how he thinks it's really hard for them to do that now, which, I mean, I think Wanda was a really good character. I think Wanda's a really good character. Captain Marvel is a really good character. Gamora is a pretty good character. It's just the fact that Gamora doesn't have that much power. She just has a sword, you know. But I don't know. I'm not gonna say anything on that part. But yeah, I think Marvel Studios they're still not done yet, but they're definitely starting to die out. And I feel like they started dying out after Endgame came out, not after Black Panther came out. But it's just me. So now we have to just wait. Black Widow came out. Oh, another thing. In his video, he mentioned how he didn't want to go see Black Widow. How he's just not gonna go watch it. Like, I watched it in theaters. Alright? Literally opening night. On a Friday night, theater was packed full. I had to sit on the edge. Not on the edge of the row, but like, it was my dad, my mom, my sister, and then me, and then it was other people. So I had to sit next to other people, which was pretty uncomfortable. But at least they weren't annoying. Not the point of this story, though. Or this video. The old gamer mentioned how he didn't want to go see the movie. Which, if you don't want to go see the movie, don't go see the movie. Okay? But, I mean, we walked out of the theater, okay? We walked out. We were heading towards the car, and my dad was like, well, that movie was awesome. And of course, my sister, since she doesn't care about Marvel movies, she's like, it really wasn't that good. And my mom was like, can we just go home? Yeah, she didn't really care either. So my sister and mother didn't really care about the movie. My mom thought it just didn't make sense because of the physics, and I'm just like, well, Mom, what do you expect? It's a superhero movie. None of it's gonna make that much sense. Anyway, my sister didn't care. My mom thought it didn't make any sense. My dad thought it was awesome. I thought it was okay. It was a good movie. I'm not gonna spoil it for you. I mean, I might, but I thought that Black Widow was a really good movie. And I told my dad, I was like, it really wasn't that great of a movie. Like, I expected a bit more from it. I thought it was okay. And of course, it did a lot for the storyline, and it kind of like summed up where Black Widow falls in the storyline. It happens after Civil War. Um, so that was pretty cool. Um, but the Boy Gamer did mention how he didn't want to see it, and he said the reviews were pretty bad on it. I don't even know how many Rotten Tomatoes it got. I'll put it in the video, like right here in the corner or something. How many Rotten Tomatoes it got, or how well it did on Rotten Tomatoes, whatever you're supposed to say that. Anyway, so yeah. What was the main point that he made in the video? Oh, the main point of Black Widow that he made in his video was that throughout all this time that Black Widow's been in the MCU, from her first appearance in Iron Man 2, the Avengers, Age of Ultron, Civil War, Infinity War, Endgame, it was said that she was literally just alone her whole life and she had nobody else but the Avengers as her family. But this is proven false in the Black Widow movie, as she has her sister, her mom, and her dad. So, and she does have a friend, like another friend who isn't an Avenger, in that movie. I don't know the guy's name, but still. And he was talking about how her having her family and her family coming back to comfort her kind of just ruins the whole emotional thing with the Avengers being the only family she ever had. Which I agree on that. It kind of does ruin that a little bit. But it's still, I mean, she didn't see her family for how long? Until, let's see. She stopped seeing her family when she was like 10. She didn't see her family for a good 21 years. So it was still very emotional for her not seeing her family and the Avengers being the only family she had up until 2016 when she went and saw her sister again and she found her dad and the Red Guardian and then she found her mom. So it was still pretty emotional, but in Endgame, she was literally crying over the Avengers being dusted, even though she had already gone and seen her family, you know? And she was saying in Endgame, like, this is the only family I've ever had, blah, 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 this is the only family I've ever gotten, I've had nobody else. Like, if you knew the Black Widow movie was coming out, why didn't you change the script a little bit if that happened in 2016 and Endgame takes place in 2023? Like, why didn't you change it a little bit? Is what I'm wondering. But, you know, it was still emotional, to be fair. Boy Gamer. It was still very, very emotional for her not seeing her family for 21 years. But yeah, I do kind of agree that it did ruin it a little bit, and she was like crying in Endgame over that, even though she had already seen her family. I mean, maybe, just maybe, she didn't want to tell anybody that she saw her family, or maybe she just didn't feel like telling Rogers that she had seen her family, because Rogers was there when she was crying about it. Steve walked in, like right as she started crying, and then she started telling him like, "Oh, this is the only family I've ever had. Like, what am I gonna do? I lost them." And, like, you saw your legit blood relatives. Let's see, 3 and 4, 7 years ago. Oh my God. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. I completely disagree with what you have to say. She didn't see her family for 21 years, then she saw them for like a few days, and then she didn't see them for another 7 years, and then she died? Why are you doing this to us, Marvel? Why? What is wrong with you guys? She didn't see her family for 21 years, then she saw them for a couple of days, and then she didn't see them for 7 years, and then she died? Really? Oh my God. I take it all back. Maybe Marvel is dying. I'm kidding. Okay. Anyway, I think that's going to be the end of the video. Now all we got to do is wait till September for Shang-Chi to come out. And then November, Eternals. Eternals comes out right before my birthday. By the way, in case you didn't know that. And then December we have another Spider-Man movie. I mean, it's just gonna be different without Iron Man. To be honest with you, and like Captain America and Black Widow. So it's gonna be different too, not having the original Hulk. Since they're together, they're one person now. Um, and then Thor obviously has changed. He's still in depression, and then Hawkeye is different too a little bit. So it's gonna be interesting. And Vision exists in the MCU again. I don't even know. Loki season 2 is coming out eventually. I'm not even gonna talk about theyoboygamer in his video. He said that Taskmaster was a girl in that film, which is true. In Black Widow, Taskmaster is a girl, and she doesn't talk at all. I'm not even going to discuss that. Go watch his video, and then come back and watch mine, or watch mine before his. Doesn't matter. If you watch my video before his, it's gonna kind of spoil everything. But yeah. I'll see you guys in the next video.